back to my channel. Wow, that was really loud. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi. So I wasn't really planning on making this video, but I literally just got an email from myHeritage. No, what is it called? Oh, yeah, called myheritage.com, because back in December I did like a little DNA swab thingy, and I've literally just gotten my results, so I thought I might as well like capture it on film. I don't know if I'm gonna post this because it might just be really boring. As I'm editing this, I realised that I forgot to include this week's top comment, so I'm just gonna put it up on the screen now. Thank you guys, shout out to you, love you, and I'll see you later. But it basically will tell me what my ethnicity is, and it'll break it down because if you can't tell, I'm very mixed race. So yeah, I haven't seen the results yet, so I just wanted to like capture it with you guys, you know, like my genuine reaction. So all my life I was told that I was half Nigerian, a quarter Croatian, and a quarter Iranian, and I went through my life believing that. This was up until the point that my mum took one of those DNA test thingies and it told her that she had like 0% Iranian in her, and she was half Croatian, half Indian. So I was literally so fucking shocked. Like I thought I was Iranian and now suddenly I'm Indian, like what? So my mum rang up her mum and she was like, hey, like, did you know? And my grandma was literally like, oh yeah, like, did I not tell you? Like, if you just knew us personally, you just know that it was such a like us thing. Like, that is what my family is. Like, we just don't talk about shit that you should be talking about. Like, we just don't communicate. Anyway, so after like a year of kind of wondering and being like, what else has my family lied to me about? I decided to take the plunge and get one of those kits. And that was back in December. We're in like February now, so it's been a while, but the results have finally come in. So without further ado, let's find out what I am. I'm actually really scared. So I've got my laptop here, and I'm just gonna go on to the ethnicity breakdown. And what? Wait, what? What the fuck? I don't really know what to say. Okay, so let's start off with what we know. So I'm 49.5% African, and it breaks it down. So I thought I was 50% Nigerian. Turns out I'm 43.5% Nigerian, 4% Sierra Leonean, like what? And 2% Kenyan. I don't really know what to say to that. But the majority, you know, 43%, that's still like almost half. My European side, 30.3% European. What the fuck? So Balkan is Croatia, basically. How? What? I'm 11% Croatian. I'm so fucking angry. Like, what the fuck? 6.3% Baltic? Where the fuck is Baltic? What? Okay, that's like Lithuania and Latvia. I don't even know where those countries are. Like this, okay, this is like the biggest shock. So according to this, I'm 10% Greek. And so basically, I am pretty much the same amount of Greek that I am Croatian. Like, I really, my family are fucking liars. Greece though, like, what? Which one of my ancestors was hoeing it around Greece? I just want to talk. Okay, and then we're going down to Iberian, 2.8%. So Iberia is like Spain and Portugal. So with each breakdown, you get a little description of the area and stuff like that. And the Sierra Leone part says it was in the 16th century, it was one of the major shipping centers for the African slave trade. And obviously, if you've ever paid attention in history class, you'll know that the Spanish were quite big on the whole like slavery hype. So I think that I have some slave ancestry which ended up mixing with the Spanish, because unfortunately a lot of slaves ended up being raped and a lot of mixed race children ended up being a thing. So I kind of understand where I'm getting the 2% Iberian part. But again, like I'm just guessing here, like I don't know for sure. Okay, I'm scrolling down. So next is Asia. Again, so I've been told I'm 25% Indian and I am, okay, that's not too bad. Like 19.1% South Asian, and it's pointing to India, like on the little map. Yeah, okay, like that's not really a surprise. The funny thing is, like I get told quite a lot that people think I'm just fully Indian. Like when I first started YouTube, like I know I'm still a pretty small channel and don't really get that much hate, but from the hate that I have received, like I always thought I would get like petty racial remarks like, oh, like you black bitch or whatever, but like literally I get told like, go back to your country in India, or like, oh, you fucking curry face or something like that. So I'm just like I do have some Indian in me, like that's really nice of you to notice. And then I have 1.1% Middle Eastern. So yeah, Mum, Dad, I have some questions. Hold on, I'm gonna message my biological father and just give him a heads up that someone be lying. And like with the whole like 2% Spanish thing, like I don't want to be one of those girls who's just like, oh my god, like I'm 2% Spanish. Like that explains so much. Like I've always loved chorizo. So like I won't be like, I don't know, claiming my Spanish side because I'm not really Spanish. Like I have like 2%, that's nothing. But I do love chorizo. I'm like, this is such a head fuck. Like I'm almost as much Greek as I am Croatian. I mean, it is like a really cool thing to find out about myself, and it's definitely something I want to learn more about. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just don't know. Ooh. Okay, so my biological dad just replied and he said, I'm going to break this to Steve, which is my uncle, and all of my sisters in Nigeria, plus all my cousins. You're gonna have to break it to them. Like, to be fair, my Nigerian family is probably very proud of the fact that they are like full Nigerian, but apparently they're not. And the thing is, like, their side of the family has come from like this tiny village in Nigeria, so there's not a lot of like chances to mix from a whole different country. Like Kenya and Sierra Leone, like they're on the complete opposite side of Africa. Like, how do you do that? So in the description, it also says play tune. What does that mean? Like actual theme tune to my life though. So I know that my, I think grandmother or someone in my family was Italian, and according to this, a lot of Greeks moved to Italy during like the Roman times, and like I didn't really pay attention in history class, but I'm pretty sure like a lot of Greeks moved to Italy because of Rome and like Caesar, and that's probably maybe where the mixture happened. I don't know, like no one tells me anything these days. So, to conclude, I am a African Desi white girl, and I have some serious questions for my parents. But yeah, like if you enjoy this mess, please hit the subscribe button, leave a like because I really need it. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably see me like having a full-on breakdown on my story. If you want to see that, oh, probably not be up by the time this video is up, but like for those of you who follow me, you'll see like me like having a meltdown about this. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, please do. Everything's linked down in the description. I upload every Tuesday and Friday, so I'll see you on Friday. Bye.